Hey there, how you doing? Thanks guys for coming in. I'm just gonna give it a couple of minutes to get some more people on. I tried to hit the live button a couple of minutes early just to see if that would help anything. So thank you guys for being here. Hi Raydell, it's good to see you. I hope you guys are excited about your weekend messages or your upcoming weekend messages because I'm excited to do it for you. I really feel like a lot of you might be I don't want to say going through some things, but some of you definitely might be might be coming into some sort of understandings. I just really feel like that. You rock, Raydell. You definitely rock. Hi guys, welcome for coming in. Thank you for coming in to see me. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and go down all 12 signs. I'm going to start with Capricorn, being that we are in Capricorn season. So shout out to all you Capricorns there. Happy birthday to you. This is your weekend vibes reading for January 5th and January 6th of 2019. Spirits, please give us good messages that we can interpret for this weekend. January 5th, January 6th, 2019 for Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, let's take a look and see. Oh. All right, Capricorn. So I definitely get the feeling. Hey, Mary, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Okay, so Capricorn, I definitely feel like a lot of you will be taking a very, very independent course this weekend. I really feel like a lot of you may find yourself having to defend yourself about the stance that you're trying to take. I feel like a lot of you aren't going to be going with the crowd. You're definitely going to be going against the grain, and we got the Ace of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. So Capricorn, I really feel like a lot of you might be discovering an opportunity where you can really branch out on your own here. Maybe you might have like this idea or this stroke of inspiration. And for you, that means that not only will you get to, you know, like stand alone, right? Or be out on your own with this new inspiration, but you also, it's also going to lead you to like a lot of success. So I like that. Happy New Year to you as well. Definitely. I appreciate it, Mary. All right. So I like that energy. That's really good energy, Capricorn. Let's see if there's any other energy that some of you might be working with here. There's way too many cards. Way too many. But the one card that actually did flop over, excuse me, was the Serpent. A sly and subtle approach is needed. So I don't know if for some of you Capricorns, if this has any direct relation to, you know, this newfound independence. I don't know, but for some of you it will, and you probably aren't going to be interested in telling a lot of people about it. Okay, and now for others of you, I just really feel like a lot of you may be planning. Okay, there's something that you're planning. There's something that you're, I don't want to say plotting. Hey, what's going on, Miss Hayes? Good to see you. You just caught me. I'm on Capricorn. And I'm starting with Capricorn. So yeah, for some of you, yeah, you may just be having to go about doing something in a very not sneaky way, but just in a very mum's the word type of way. But it's definitely like a new experience for you guys, and I like that. I like that energy, Capricorn. That's beautiful. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius. Let's see what we got going on for you. Let's see what your vibes look like for this weekend. Weekend of January 5th and January 6th. Raydell, my New Year was actually pretty good. I stayed in at home. It was raining, but it was all right. I got to watch the ball drop and the fireworks from all over the world in different countries, thanks in part to YouTube. I hope your New Year was good. I hope everybody's New Year was good. I have margaritas too, which some may think is a summertime drink, but I mean, whatever. Aquarius. What type of weekend vibes do we have coming up for you guys? What energies do you have to work with this weekend? What's this weekend looking like for you? Right, that I'm never gonna drink again type of moment. Aquarius. Let's see. What about your weekend? Yeah, what about your weekend coming up? Wow, Aquarius. So I feel like a lot of you are going to be focused on putting a lot of time and a lot of effort into like different projects. With the Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, I do feel like a lot of you will be concentrating on like maybe some home improvement projects. You may be, just putting a lot of effort into different ideas, right? About maybe the upkeeping on your home, or I don't know, maybe you might be, for some of you, you possibly could be considering refinancing your home. And I got the star actually under the deck for you, Aquarius. So I like that, because a lot of you, what this tells me is that, this is your own energy right here. Like, this is what you've been hoping and praying for. So for some of you, if you've been considering, like a home improvement type of project, or type of deal, I really feel like now will be the time to start to plant some of those seeds. I know it's the weekend. You might not be able to get out to the store or whatever, or get all your products that you need, but that's okay, because as long as you have that idea, and you put effort into it, and you show universe, or you show spirit, or whoever, that you're actually interested in making sure that you achieve that particular goal with your home, then I'm sure it's definitely going to come true for you sometime in the future. Oh, Margaret, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm going to have to check you out. Miss Hayes, oh, okay, y'all are getting along. That's good. I'm glad. Hopefully something worked out for you guys. Well, it definitely looks like it did work out for you. Okay, so let's see what other messages that we get for Aquarius over the weekend. I feel like the one that I said though just now, I feel like that was for somebody like super specific, but I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be like, a home improvement. It could be anything in your home environment. Like, you may be just trying to maybe like reinvent some sort of tradition, or some sort of family tradition that you and your family have. So that could be a possibility as well. Or you could be inventing a new family tradition. All right, Aquarius, I think I've shuffled this deck to death. Let's see if there's any additional messages for you. Okay, wow. So so we got the Oracle and we got the Dagger, okay? So I really feel like for some of you, over this weekend, there could be a time, I think that you could possibly go through a little bit of a conflict, maybe some misunderstanding, but I think that's exactly what it is. It's a misunderstanding. I think that it can be overcome. It's just that the both of you are going to have to really look at the situation from each other's point of view here, okay? So that could be however it fits to you, Aquarius. All right, Pisces. What's going on, Pisces? How you been? How you doing? Pisces, if you're in here watching, definitely, again, a shout out to you for the second highest video did in January. I do appreciate it. You guys are funny. Don't hit them. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, Miss Seeley. All right. Pisces. What type of energy does Pisces have for this weekend? Okay, so there's a change. Let's see what this change is about. It could be a change of mind, change of location, change in relationship status. Who knows, right? Some sort of interchange. Okay, wow, interesting. So I feel like what we got under the deck, and we got the Queen of Cups under the deck. I like that. So we got the Death, the Strength, and the Queen of Cups under the deck. I feel as though for this weekend, for Pisces, I definitely feel like a lot of you will grow more confident. And not only will you grow more confident, but I definitely feel as though you'll be able to more positively reach certain levels within your own emotions. And I feel like it comes as a surprise to you. I feel like it is a fear, though. I feel like could possibly be a test to see how you react emotionally. But I definitely feel as though you are going to have the opportunity for some of you to just take a step back and just say, you know what, I don't have to act like this. I can still be diplomatic. I can still have some tact and some couth. Um, and at the same time still, you know, act from a very, very, very loving place and still be stern. So that definitely already just sounds like you're totally going to have a very, very, very big weekend as it is. So you're definitely going to be calming your own emotions down for sure. And it's something that I don't think anybody's gonna really expect there with the death card, because it's like I feel like they'll be expecting you to be, you know, your own normal self, Pisces, or to react in your own normal way. I feel like maybe people are gonna expect you to be super duper emotional about something, or about a particular change, but you're not gonna be that way. In fact, you're gonna show strength, you're gonna show courage, and you're probably gonna be the first one. You're probably gonna handle the change a lot better than the people around you who are expecting you not to handle it that well. All right, Pisces, so let's take a look and see if there's any other additional messages for you if that one didn't hit, or if that one doesn't hit. Way too many cards, way too many. Any additional messages for Pisces? So we got unlocked doors can now be opened. Actually, I don't even feel compelled to pull any more cards for you, Pisces, because when we get this card right here, the key, unlocked doors can now be opened. This is telling me that you guys have reached a point right now in your development, or you've reached a point right now in your own growth that signifies that, you know, you're not being held back as easily as before. Okay. With the key, you're able to unlock any passages that are in front of you. You're unable to, or excuse me, you're actually able to see things a lot better because of that, because you had access. You're definitely going to break access to something. So however that fits to you, it could be spiritually, it could be quite literally, it could be that somebody is like giving you a key to something in the literal sense or in the proverbial sense, you know, it doesn't matter, but that's definitely what Pisces weekend looks like. Looks like it's a big energetic weekend for you. I like it. Aries. Hi, Aries. What's going on? You know, I have a soft spot for my Aries because I'm an Aries moon. So anything Aries is like, it just really hits this little area of me. And I try not to be biased about it. So this intention is for my Aries viewers. What weekend vibes do they have coming up for this weekend, January 5th and January 6th? Well, that just flew right on out there. The Page of Wands. Okay, so a new journey. Definitely feel like there's a new journey. You could be possibly meeting a fire sign. You could be possibly meeting another Aries, a Leo, or Sagittarius, or this could just be you, Aries. I definitely feel like there's this, I do feel like there's like a high libido here for some of you. Lots of opportunities. I feel like there's going to be like lots of opportunities to, well, for some of you, lots of opportunities to either like get laid. I mean, I can't, I'm trying to be like PC about it, but, or this just could be, you know, just a lot of attention coming your way, or a lot of people trying to come and get to know you. You trying to like discover something, like a brand new experience. You might do something for the very first time here also. With the Hangman, I do have the Hangman in reverse. So with the Hangman in reverse next to the Page of Wands, I feel as though, yeah, this is something you're going to be getting into that you do have a lack of experience in, but it is going, I feel like you're going to resist like the learning curve at first. But eventually you possibly, well, let's see what's under the deck. Oh, you also got the Star card. So I think that you probably will be resisting like the learning curve for some of you. But eventually I do feel like you realize this could possibly be an experience that you actually really have hoped for and really have dreamed for, right? For some of you, this could be saying to remain calm, have faith in a situation that you're doing that for some of you, you may not have a lot of experience in, but you're learning, right? And that's what the Hangman is about, right? You're learning, you're getting that additional experience. Sorry, you guys, all my comments like didn't generate fast. All I saw, the last comment I saw was about the frying pan. All right, let's see what additional energy that we have for Aries. What additional information do we have? Okay. Yeah, Aries, I feel like right here you have the Chimera and you also have the Satyr. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're being reminded this weekend to not overindulge in things. You know, it's this mindset of if something like seems too good to be true, like understand that it probably is. And even, excuse me, even if it isn't too good to be true, you know, just pace yourself. Take it in doses. Take it in, yes, exactly, Rado. You know, take it in doses. Take it in paces, right? You know, just pace yourself with whatever it is that you're getting into, because I feel like it could possibly lead down to a darker road. It may not, but you know, that's just the messages that I see here. Okay. If I didn't say it already, shout out to Aries for having the highest video reads so far in January. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you also to anybody who just came into the room. If you can hit the like button for me, I really do appreciate it. I should be hitting your sign soon. Where am I at now? I'm at Taurus. All right, Taurus. Taurus. Let's see, what energy do we have coming for you for the weekend? January 5th and January 6th. What does Taurus need to know for the weekend? January. Okay, so let's see. Oh. Wow, Taurus. And then the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Cups, now the Seven of Pentacles here that shows up at the bottom of the deck. So, and then the Temperance card is right under that. I got to pull that out. Okay, so, excuse me. Immediately when I see the Queen of Cups here and I see the Ace of Cups, Taurus, I definitely feel like a lot of you will be having a very emotional weekend. I do feel like for some of you, you're going to try to conceal these emotions, but it's really, really hard for you to conceal them, okay? So, you know, I don't see what that's about just yet, but I do feel as though, you know, it may not be tears, you know, it's just this really, really heavy emotion that is either being expressed to you and you cannot contain like your excitement, you know, as a reaction, or it could possibly be for some of you where you will be expressing emotion to someone, something that you don't normally, you know, spill over. But basically, right, exactly. Yeah, Mary, thank you for shorthanding that for me. Emotions completely out of control, right? But at the same time, I feel like it's justifiable because you'll definitely be you're waiting, right? With the Seven of Pentacles and with the Temperance card, you've been patient, and I feel like something that is coming your way that you've been so very. That's why you're so emotional, is because you've been waiting for such a very long time. Hi, Vanessa. Thanks so much for dropping in. I appreciate you. So yeah. So I gotta get. Pentacles falls right out. So I feel as though it's like there's this moment where a lot of emotion is being expressed to you, or you will be expressing a lot of emotion, like emotion vomit in a way, because you're so backed up, you're so pent up. And with the Eight of Pentacles that pops out there, that just literally slid right out, I just really feel as though, excuse me, I'm sorry, I could take this a couple of ways. I really could feel as though you kind of come out of patient mode, like once you really have this emotional break, like you just come, or emotional breakdown maybe. It's like that is at the moment where you really just kind of put things into overdrive and just really just go, right? And just, you're no longer patient. You're actually putting in time and effort for what it is that you're waiting to come for you. Now, for others of you, I could take the Eight of Pentacles here as saying that whatever it is that you're waiting on will actually be making more progression towards you as well. It could be that something that you're waiting on is like a lot of moving parts with them or with that situation as to why it's not, or it hasn't been manifesting for you in the present. So Taurus, let's see what additional messages that we might have for you, because that was a little heavy. Let's see what else we got. Spirit, please give us clear messages for Taurus. Any other clear messages that we can interpret for Taurus this weekend, January 5th and January 6th. January 5th and January 6th for Taurus. Okay, so we have authority and diplomacy. So I get this card, it's the king. And I really feel like, yeah, like the time of being like very diplomatic and the time for being, you know, like very, you know, calm about things are like it's ended, right? Like it's time for you to really go ahead and maybe like flex some of your authority in any situation that you're in. And it's time to go ahead and really like, elbow your, flex a muscle, really is what I feel like. You've got authority in some sort of situation over this weekend, and I feel like you may have to remind somebody of that. And it could be that emotional breakdown. They could definitely tie in together. Well, I'm really happy to have you here, Vanessa. Thanks so much. Yes, I'm excited too. Gemini. Hey, Gemini. What's going on? Gemini. What information and messages can be interpreted for you guys? January 5th and January 6th of 2019. Spirits, please give us messages for Gemini. What energy do we have for this weekend? I can't tell anybody how to react or how to act or anything, but you know what? Sometimes people just take us there. But it's a learning experience for the next time. So what I say? Okay, Gemini. All right, Gemini, what messages do we have for you? For Gemini. Okay, Gemini, this is good. This is so good. So we got the World card, and then we also have the Three of Cups. So Gemini, I definitely get the sense of like there's, a lot of course, a lot of celebrations, a lot of partying, a lot of friends around, or at least a close-knit circle of friends around, right? I feel like you may be traveling with these friends. I feel like for some of you, though, this weekend could signify maybe not the end of friendships, but more so like you're celebrating the end of a phase in the friendship. I don't know. How can I say that? Like for some of you, like if like these are like old college buddies, like you're going to be getting together with them, or you've been getting together with them for a certain amount of time, or you're traveling with them this weekend, and it's like the last time that you guys are going to be getting together for something, right? Or it could be like, you possibly could be, some of you, on the reverse of that though, some of you possibly could be meeting a brand new set or a brand new clique of friends that you can, you know, really grow with and travel with and things of that nature. What was under the deck? Oh, the Wheel of Fortune was under the deck. So this is like good times. Gemini, this is really good times. This is like you guys celebrating, traveling, money looks good. You know, I mean, this is a good weekend. Or if it's not a good weekend, it's the makings of something that's going to be good in the long term, but it's happening this weekend. I like that. That's beautiful. Well, Raydell, hey, I mean, you never know, right? This could be that. You know, with the Three of Cups there, you know, listen, they could include a third party, so that could definitely be the reason for why those, you know, why that happened. But even still, with that type of situation that you got going on, it's definitely still the end of something, and somebody's fortune is still turning around here. Okay, so even though that particular message was good, you know, I mean, it still could have a whole different meaning here with you. He's partying. Let's see what additional messages that we got. Hey, Nigel, how you doing? Thanks for dropping by. What additional messages do we have for Gemini? Gemini. January 6th through January 5th and January 6th, Gemini. What additional messages do we have for Gemini? Okay, like all these cards are going to pop out. I'm going to take them. Okay, so we've got fire and we've got winds of change, all right? So a lot of you, I feel like you possibly could be overreacting to like a very big change of your environment. Well, I won't say overreacting, but it maybe like panicking. Maybe making certain decisions because you're not familiar with the environment that you're going to be in. But I do have 3 more cards here. I have the Hand of Fate, the Spirit, and I also have the Harlequin. So I feel like a lot of you, what that panic is going to be about exposing your real self and your true self and your honor self, your honest self, in spite of not knowing where things are going to be taking you. I feel as though some of you possibly could be getting in touch with, you know, your spirit guides or just any type of like counseling or anything, anybody that like kind of helps you see things like on a brighter side. I do feel as though you could be reaching out to them or they could be reaching out to you. But it's definitely to help comfort you during a particular change so that you don't react like out of impulse. It's more like a spiritual maturity that happens over this weekend that really gets you more aligned with who your true self is and how you can express that true self to other people. So I like that. Gemini, that was good. Let's see who we got next. Cancer, what's going on, Cancer? I got any Cancers in the house? Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus? No? Not yet. It's all right. Cancer, let's see what energy we got for you over the weekend, January 5th through January 6th, 2019. Sorry if my camera keeps like going out of focus on you. I know you're like having a hard time trying to see me. Is it like how close you are to it? Anyway. All right, Cancer. Let's see what we got going on. Raydell, I see you looking. All right, Cancer. So, wow. Okay. Let me... Yeah. Okay, Cancer. So, I feel... Okay, so we got the King of Wands and the Strength card. Cancer, I feel like for many of you this weekend, I feel as though, like, for some of you, you may feel like weak in the knees about somebody, or somebody comes around that, like, I feel like they kind of show you up in a way, to where you kind of have to really like just kind of tame your own emotions about, calling them out on their, what do you call it? A person who likes to like one up everything on their one up stuff. Like you call them out on it, right? Or you want to. Um, but I do feel like you hold back. You're holding back though, because there is some particular advantage though. Whatever that advantage is, I don't know. For some of you, that advantage could be that you really are learning a particular skill from this person and they just happen to be an asshole and, just trying to do it extra better. But for some of you, though, it could be that you're holding back. You're not necessarily. Um, hmm. Cancer. Some of you could be holding back purposely as to not seeing, like, to try to. It's like the damsel in distress, like you're pretending. But I feel like it's to catch the attention of somebody. It's definitely to catch the attention of somebody. And under the deck, we had the Ace of Pentacles. So it works. It definitely works. I do feel like that's the strongest message here. It could be your message. It couldn't be, but definitely somebody is holding back on their own knowledge, purposely though, so that they can gain the attention of, like, it's kind of like how, like, when you were in grade school or when you were in high school and you had a crush on the girl or the guy that sat right in front of you. And well, okay, I guess I'm taking this right out of Mean Girls. So remember how she basically like faked being bad at math so that she could get tutoring from the cute guy that was right in front of her? That's what I feel like this is. It, however that hits. It may not be that exact scenario, but however that resonates to you. What additional messages can we get for Cancer? Please, for Cancer. All right. Okay, so let's see. What one more message can we get for Cancer, please? Okay, I like this. So, so the first card that came out was Hindrance, right? So for some of you, you could experience like a certain blockage this weekend. It could be mental. It could be physical. I do feel like for some of you, though, it is more of a mental blockage where, something that you're trying to figure out, like you just keep hitting a wall in a way. But you also have the talisman card here. So what this tells us is that the talisman lets us know that you're destined to succeed on whatever journey that you're putting out or that you're already on. You have to remember that you are destined to succeed. You may come across certain hindrances, but it doesn't mean that it's blocked you altogether, right? It just means that you have to just find a different path. And for some of you, that could tie in directly to this earlier message here, and that different path could just be watching someone else do it and learning from them, and I'm not saying copycatting, but just more so just being inspired by them, right? So I like that. That's actually a really good message, Cancer. I hope I have a weekend as good as that. All right, Leo. Hey, Leo, what's going on? How you doing, Leo? I hope you're doing all right. I do appreciate you guys being here. I do. No, I really do. Thank you. Hey, Leo, what's going on? All right, let's see. Energy for January 5th and January 6th of 2019 for Leo. What do Leo need to know for this upcoming weekend, January 5th and January 6th of 2019? That was too many cards. Wow. Wow. So, okay. Leo, definitely this weekend could totally see, you could see somebody coming back from your past, totally. I do feel like this is somebody that you saw yourself going the distance with the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. This is someone that you were definitely very attracted to. Okay. Leo, I feel like maybe you possibly left them because of maybe a bigger opportunity or just having to do some work with, some inner work here with the Queen of Wands. It could have just not been the right time to like take your friendship to the next level. But I do feel like this is possibly somebody that you have an established history with for sure. Like I feel like they have been like a long time family friend. Um, I feel like they're coming back with a gift. And then, oh, the Fool in reverse was under the deck. Um, I could take this a couple of ways. I do feel like maybe this could just resonate to those of you who are dealing with somebody coming back from the past. The Fool in reverse would be here because I feel like it would be there because like in the past you decided not to go with that. You decided not to, throw your all into it. And then this is just an opportunity for that to come back around. But for some of you though, this could just also mean that you are coming back around with this person with a little bit more caution. Whereas maybe the first time you were like all in and ready, but even this time, like you'll still be, considering it, but you'll be a little bit more, um, cautious. Divine Femme, yeah, you did. You just missed Gemini a couple of signs back. I'm sorry, but hopefully, you haven't missed your Moon, Rising, and Venus signs as well. I'm on Leo right now, and then I'm going in order from there. So, Leo, let's see what additional messages that you might have. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks so much for dropping in. Hit the like button on your way. If you already missed your sign, go ahead and hit the like button and stay around and stick around for your other signs. So let's see what additional messages that we have for where we at still, Leo. Yeah. Oh, Leo, I feel like I just did a whole reading on y'all. What additional messages do we have for Leo? Okay, Leo. So for some of you, I definitely feel okay. So first of all, we have the minstrel or the minstrel. Please, somebody let me know how that's pronounced. Like, please, because that's one of the words I keep messing up. The unicorn, and then we also have the hands of fate. So I like this. I do feel as though for some of you Leos, you are going to be in a very unique situation this weekend. Minstrel or strel? Minstrel? Where's the stress at? Is it on the E or is it on the L? Like strel or stroll? Stroll. Oh, got it. Got it. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Thanks, Nigel. Thanks, Raydell. Um, so yeah, so some of you Leos, you're gonna. I feel like a lot of you will find yourself in a very unique situation this weekend, where like I feel like for some of you, you may have been like wishing, or you may have been hoping for a little bit more self confidence, a little bit more assertiveness, right? And I feel like this weekend you'll find yourself in a uniquely perfect opportunity for you to to express whatever it is that you intend for yourself or intend for others or intend for the situation. Okay, I definitely feel like spirit could be lining things up for you this weekend where I feel like people may actually want to hear your input because you probably do have a very special, unique expertise on whatever particular situation that this resides for you or that this resonates for you with. So Leo, big weekend, maybe got somebody coming back. People might be seeking you out for their special services. Man, sounds like a good weekend to me. Virgo, what's going on, Virgo? Okay, let's not cry. No, no cry faces. We smile here. Virgo, what messages do we have for Virgo January 2nd? Excuse me. Why do I keep saying the 2nd? That was last week. January 5th and January 6th. What messages do we have for January 5th and January 6th this weekend for Virgo? Okay. Okay. Okay, Virgo, I have the Ten of Pentacles. Excuse me, you guys. I'm sorry. I have the Ten of Pentacles and I have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like this weekend for a lot of you Virgos, and this is like totally your own earth energy, so I feel like you're definitely able to handle this, but I do feel like there may be a certain level of responsibility that you guys have, or that might be placed on you. I don't feel like you think that you can handle it, but I feel like it possibly has been placed on you because we do have the Emperor and the Page of Wands here. So I feel like this could be like a patriarch in your family, an older person in your family possibly, who has been, just kind of watching you, right? And I'm not saying like, creepy watching you, like gross, but I'm just mean, just, I feel like they have been, I feel like they've been wanting to give you something, but there's a worry that it could burden you. Okay. So I feel like for some of you, this could be an inheritance. Like someone could be possibly telling you that you are the person that they want to, pass this down to, or pass the responsibility of this down to within your family, right? Like, I mean, it could be something as simple as, they want you to host the family dinners every Sunday now because, they're getting too old and now you're the older and, that's the tradition that they want to pass down to you, right? Because it's your right. But others of you, I just feel like someone has been noticing your ability to handle responsibility, and they know that you can balance it. They know that this is something that you'd be very well versed in. And then the Temperance card was actually under the deck here. So I feel as though with the Temperance card, they've been waiting on like the right moment to really pass this down to you. Or you could have been waiting on maybe you could have been waiting on some particular inheritance or something to be passed down to you, and it could come to you this weekend. And again, it could come to you in the form of like a certain family responsibility, or it could come to you in the form of some sort of like heirloom. Okay. What additional energies do we have for Virgo? Okay, we got a few different cards. So it's definitely going to be an emotional weekend for sure. We've got the Chalice and we've got the Fire card. So I really feel like here with the Chalice and the Fire card, for a lot of you Virgos, you're going to be challenged with trying to control your emotions, trying to control your emotional state, and trying to control the actions that you take in that emotional state, right? So it's definitely going to be pretty... Who else had an emotional weekend? Was it Taurus? What's going on for the Earth signs, man? Taurus had a really emotional one. But with all that emotion and stuff going on, right, I do feel like a lot of you, like your advice is really to just like follow your intuition, if you're intuitively guided, right? Others of you, you may finally or not finally, but you may for the first time really actually begin to recognize, the voices of your spirit guide or, of your higher self. And I feel like it could possibly confuse you. We have the Air card, the Chimera card, and the Stars. Okay, so definitely there are messages from spirit that are trying to come out to you, and I feel like they're really trying to calm you down and guide you to a more calming and a more patient state, because you're going to need that type of energy to really deal with this energy over the weekend. you're going to have to be the one to balance things. You're going to be the grounding focus here, Virgo. Well, tell your dad I said hey when you get down there, Raydell. Tell him we're thinking about him here at Luminant Libra. We appreciate it. Yeah, Virgo, that's definitely going to be a pretty interesting weekend. I can't even. You're just going to have to let me know. Libra. What's up, Libra? How y'all been? Y'all been all right? You know what? I've been okay. Thanks for asking. I've been all right as a Libra. My energy's pretty good. Spirit get loud when I drive. You know, I'm the same way. Like I love to take road trips. That's when I get some of my best thinking done. That's when I hear messages and inspiration the most. Is when I'm like on a road trip and I'm have nothing but road and miles ahead of me. So Libra, let's see what additional information. Okay, or additional. What was the actual first? Let's see what the first message is for Libra here for January 6th through 5th through the 6th this weekend coming. January 5th, January 6th. That's way too many cards, but we do have one card here. Let's look at it. It's the King of Pentacles. All right, so let's see. So Libra, so you know, you definitely could be dealing with an earth sign this weekend. Could be a Capricorn, Virgo, or a Taurus. I do feel as though it possibly could have to do with anything work related. It could be a boss of yours. I do feel like you possibly could be walking away. So some of you, I feel like you possibly could be considering not quitting your job, but I feel like transferring. Okay. You're still able to take your assets and you're still able to take your knowledge and everything that you've learned from this job, but I feel like a lot of you are going to be considering making a big transfer. Okay. Or there's just an opportunity that arises for you to be able to have to make that choice. Not saying you are going to be choosing that exactly this weekend, but that energy is surfacing. And then we got the Sun card under the deck. And then right under that, we have the Emperor card. So we got the Sun, we got the Emperor. So we got more fire energy. So I feel like this could possibly... I feel like this could possibly be something that you've always dreamed about. Something that you've always wanted to be more enlightened in. Like something that you've always been guided towards to do. I feel like you probably have been, I feel like you could be making this move or making this transfer to get out of a situation or move more and move into a brighter situation. Okay, interesting. It could be a promotion, okay? The King of Pentacles with the Six of Swords, and then the Sun with an Emperor. So some of you could be taking a promotion that's causing you to travel, and not only are you traveling, but again, you're getting a raise. I feel like for some of you, this will go, oh man, Libra, this could go a couple of different ways. Libra, I feel like you could possibly be finding out some sort of truth about people in your environment. It could be a fire sign that enlightens you about the intentions of a particular earth sign, but it doesn't have to be. And then you move forward from that. Yeah, and then under the deck, we have the moon. So you got the sun and you got the moon all in the same thing. So, Libra, are you confused? I feel like Libra, I feel like you possibly could be moving into a period of darkness this weekend. But you're following your intuition there because you know that that's what is actually going to bring you into like this higher knowing. And with that higher knowing, you're going to be more adept to figuring out where you want to place your focus and where you want to place like your kinetic energy. But you have to, I feel like you're stepping off of a support system, moving into darkness, following your intuition through darkness. And once you get that intuitive knowledge, then that's where your enlightenment kicks in, and that's when you actually know exactly how you want to proceed. Whew, so Libra, you got something to figure out, totally. Let's see what additional messages that we have for Libra before we move on. Right, wow, I know. Right. We do not play at all. Okay, so let's take a... Whoa. Did one shoot over my head? I'd hate to lose it and find it later. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, so Libra, so we had some additional messages pop out. So we have the hourglass, and we also have love. Okay, so I do feel like for some of you Libras, this could possibly directly relate to like maybe a relationship. I feel like for some of you, you possibly have been waiting on someone to give you some sort of response to a expression of love that you've given. But it's almost like you're like, all right, you got this much time, or I'm going to go ahead and take this love and I'm going to move on elsewhere here. I still feel like I dropped the card. I guess I didn't. But anyways, I feel as though Libra, for a lot of you, there's this sense of you are waiting. Like I said, you're waiting on someone to express back to you what you've expressed to them, the love you've expressed to them, but you're not waiting forever, right? I don't feel, it could be ultimatumy. I'm just saying it could be ultimatumy, but I don't necessarily feel like that for everyone. I do feel like for some of you, though, it can relate directly into this, where it's about you branching off from one love, because again, you are moving from the King of Pentacles through the Six of Swords, the Moon, the Sun, to the Emperor. So for a lot of you, this could definitely be about you, moving from partner to partner. You could be in between partners right now, and you're not necessarily like there's some sort of personal time limit that you've placed on who needs to show you what before you decide. That could possibly be that as well. It definitely does sound very decisive for a Libra, but at the same time, though, with the hourglass there, I'm not even gonna lie, just as a Libra speaking, in a crunch, we can make up our mind. But if you give us too much time, man, and that's where our downfall is, because we'll procrastinate and then not have enough time. But that's another reading. Overall, though, this is a great reading, though, for Libra. I like it. I do like it. So, let's move on to Scorpio. Hey, what's going on, Scorpio? And thanks for everyone else who has just come into the room. If you haven't liked already, please like. I will appreciate you. Scorpio. Scorpio, let's see what energy we got for you, Scorpio. What energy do we have for this weekend? January 5th through January 6th of 2019, Scorpio. Hush, Nigel. All right, Scorpios, what energy do we have for the weekend for you? What energy do we have for Scorpio this weekend? Please let us know, Spirit. Please let us be able to interpret your messages. Okay, Scorpio, so we've got the... Okay, so we've got the Seven of Swords. We've got the Queen of Wands. Okay, so Scorpio, I feel like for a lot of you, you could find yourself this weekend, Yeah. Okay, so Scorpio, I feel like this weekend you can really find yourself. Thank you, Raydell. I really do appreciate that for the $4.99. Thank you so much. Um, so yeah, Scorpio, I really feel like you guys could definitely find yourself here in a crunch this weekend, all right? And I do feel like it can involve friends. I feel like there's maybe a possible disagreement, possibly someone accusing you of trying to get over in a situation, but more specifically, some of you, it could be them like trying to accuse you of not telling them the whole truth or just only telling them stuff like in particular. Okay. But at any rate, I do feel like for some of you, it can end up leading to a soured or a soiled friendship, where there doesn't seem like there is much room for reconciliation any soon from that. I'm sorry, Scorpio. I'm sorry. For some of you, though, I do feel like that possibly could have already happened, and there is possibly with the Four of Cups, there possibly could be a missed opportunity for a reconciliation here with this particular friend. And this friend could be a fire sign. And then under the deck, we got the Queen of Swords. So I feel like it's possible for a lot of you that you're going to be identifying the opportunity to mend a relationship. Or you're going to identify the opportunity to mend a friendship. But the opportunity possibly could be missed on them. Well, Vanessa, I mean, hey, you could be in Herbert mode, but, this is like the energy that's flowing around you as well. So, this is something that could be coming towards you, or you could be moving towards it. Are you able to identify that? That just depends on where you are in your own personal journey. But yeah, for you, Scorpio, um, yeah, and that's another thing too. Like when people don't reach out, of course, it makes it hard. It makes it hard, right? But at the same time, it's like you're in that situation where it's like, well, a phone works both ways. So I feel like with the Queen of Swords, though, with the Queen of Swords, you possibly could be saying, you know what, listen, you know what, let me go ahead and maybe I overreacted here, or um, maybe I want to go back and actually mend or rebuild a bridge that I cut off before for whatever reason, right? You're making up your mind to go back and mend that friendship again, but I don't necessarily feel as though that person will respond well to it, or if at all. But it's definitely on them. With the Five of Swords and the Four of Cups, I definitely see it's pretty much them that's making it hard for you to be able to reconcile, only because it's them that feels as though you left them out of something or elevated to some sort of status and left them behind. So you guys got to let me know how that's going to work out for you this weekend, of course, in my comments. Let's see if there's any additional messages here for Scorpio. Scorpio, what additional messages do we have for you? January 5th, January 6th. See if we can get a brighter message here for Scorpio. I hope we can. Scorpio, what messages and energy do we have surrounding you? Please, Spirit, let us know. Wow. Okay, so interesting, Scorpio. So it could be better. It could tie into the earlier message here, but we got the seduction card and we got the golem. So I do feel like there is someone in your environment that either you will have the opportunity to seduce them, or they will have the opportunity to seduce you. And yeah, that's a good point. Definitely, Raydell. Definitely, I'm not saying you should be, always the one that's reaching out. It is definitely on them sometimes as well. Yeah, Vanessa, I hope that works out for you, and you're able to find somebody, and that you're able to, or find somebody that you're able to have see a future with. Um, yeah, Scorpio, there's a lot of room for passion, a lot of room for sex, a lot of room for friends with benefits here. Um, oh boy, Scorpio, this could definitely tie in and be completely related to the earlier situation for some of you, where maybe this person has in the past felt as though, your friendship was only surrounded by sex. Um, and then they kind of cut it, off, right? Because, they felt as though they deserved more. Or it could be vice versa. You felt that you deserved more, right? So that could be that definitely could be the case. But for some of you, it could just be somebody new. This could be a whole unrelated situation from someone else that you are friends with. Right now, I swear you are a hoot. Um, so yeah, it's possible that someone that you already know, maybe somebody that I think you probably keep things light with, or it could be definitely a close friend, that you may be taking things to a new level in y'all's relationship or in y'all's friendship. This could be what actually kicks off the soiling of this friendship that we talked about a little bit earlier, or this could be the result of the reconciliation of that. So, hey, Scorpio, you got to take the good and the bad, right? And sometimes it comes together. Sagittarius, hey, what's going on? Sagittarius, thanks so much for being in here. I do appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and see what energy you have for the weekend, January 5th, January 6th of 2019. Sex is usually a result of reconciliation. I agree. Usually. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see what energy we got for you. Sag, you're Sag rising. I'm a Sag rising too. I think I told you that last week. Communication is key. Vice versa. Definitely resonates with the Earth sign. Vanessa, I'm glad. It hit you. Communication is totally key. Sagittarius. Let's see what energy we have for you for the weekend. Sagittarius. Spirit, please allow us to see what Sagittarius has coming for this upcoming weekend, January 5th and January 6th of 2019. Sagittarius, please. Definitely, I don't want you to be a toy again. I don't want that for anybody. Okay, so wow, Sagittarius. So quick energy, communication coming through, Eight of Wands. You guys are definitely might be hearing from someone, or you might be. I mean, it could be someone Well, we'll see. Let's clarify that. All right. That was too many cards, Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and clarify that one more time. The Eight of Wands. Okay. So we've got the Eight of Wands clarified by the Two of Cups. I like this energy here because Sagittarius... Sorry, I hate when cards like pop out and they fall off the table because then I feel like I've lost them. But I usually haven't. Oh, you're welcome, Vanessa. I'm glad you're here to hear it. So we've got the Eight of Wands, the Two of Cups, and then we also have the Five of Swords under the deck. Okay, so Sagittarius, I feel like I almost kind of feel like this is maybe possibly like the other side of like Scorpio's reading. So I don't know if you're dealing with the Scorpio, Sagittarius. Rewind if you are watching the playback. Rewind a few minutes because that Scorpio might resonate to you for a bit too. But anyways, the Eight of Wands, Two of Cups, I do feel like you are going to be hearing messages, fast messages, texts, emails, maybe even snail mail, but you know, it could be just coming from afar, right? But I do feel like you may be hearing from someone that you've connected with, or someone that you feel like is like your soulmate. Or it could just be anybody that you're close to, family, very close friend, right? But I do have the Five of Swords under the deck with it. With the Five of Swords under the deck, I do feel like there is this underlying currency of like this friction. There's this friction that you guys have. I do feel like you possibly will be communicating about that. I feel like it's possibly small talk though. Like it'll get there, but then it'll be small talk. And then under the deck again was the King of Wands. I mean the King of Pentacles. So this could be, it could, actually I have all the elements here. So I'm not even going to try to front and see who it is. I really have all the elements here. So this really could be anybody. So Sagittarius, just think back, you know, maybe over the past 5 to 8 months, or just recently, of any of your friendships or situations that may have turned sour, that may have, you know, you've been out of contact with them for a long time. I really feel like you may be hearing messages from them, or they may be hearing messages from you. Like you're going to be checking up on them. I feel like it's like you've been out of contact with each other for so long that it's really like a health and welfare check, where it's like, okay, are you okay? Like I haven't heard from you. I know we're kind of going through this little thing, but you know, that's, you know, this is, you know, we're still friends, you know? So how you doing? I haven't seen you on social media. You haven't been texting me. You haven't been calling me. So, I don't know. I don't know, Sagittarius. That's definitely, it's like energy of like you, it's not reconciliation. It's not, I mean, it's reconciliation, but it's more like clearing the air. It's like more like you're clearing the energy. You're bringing your emotions, and you're bringing your ideals about this friendship like much more down to earth. So let's see what additional messages that we have for Sagittarius. So we got the Moon card. So Sagittarius, definitely already I feel like you're going to be guided by your intuition. Your intuition is definitely going to be legit, like on point. And then, oh my God, you got the sun and the moon. So Sagittarius, I feel like for a lot of you, there's going to be kind of like this tug of war effect, or this feeling of like you being pulled in opposite directions. More so, some of you are going to be kind of possibly confused about if you should believe like the hardcore facts and the hardcore evidence that's being placed in front of you, or if you should you know, follow your intuition more and the things that aren't necessarily said or seen or noticed. And yeah, divine femme, yeah, definitely, we are like in the middle of eclipse season, right, is what they would call it. So yeah, definitely eclipses bring change too. So I feel like a lot of you guys, you're gonna be super sensitive. I feel like you're gonna be very sensitive, or anything that you're going through this weekend, I feel like is gonna be amplified, because you're actually able to see it through your mind's eye as well as with your logical mind. And so that may present some confusion for some of you, but I do feel like, I mean, it could really go either way. Either you can be, you know, either you can use your intuition to guide you. I feel like if you use your intuition to guide you more so this weekend versus just believing the hardcore facts, your intuition is what's going to allow you to be a lot more open to So like your intuition is what's going to allow you to be a lot more open to this Two of Cups and this Eight of Swords, or Eight of Wands rather. You're going to be a lot more open to the communication. You're going to be a lot more open to seeing this person's point of view, and even reconnecting with them. But with this Sun card, I really feel like if you just look at things for like what it is and for the facts of it, and just really seeing like how clear and seeing all the evidence of everything, that's what's going to lead you guys to this energy of like being mad again and just kind of being there just for the sake of being there. But not more so just for the sake of being there, but more so just, I feel like, kind of taken for granted as well. So, Sagittarius, actually, a lot of you are dealing with a lot of friendships. A lot of you are going to be like mending certain friendships. You know what? It's possible that it really could be anybody. You know, anybody that we've met from either our past or anybody that we have. You know, we don't control who we meet, so it really could be anybody. But you know, that's what these are about, right? It's for you to be aware of the potential energy, so that when it does arise, you'll know how to handle it. Yeah, a lot of you guys are really going to be working on your friendships. You're really going to be working on your communication. A lot of you are really going to be seeking advice. I do feel like for a lot of the readings that I did, a lot of you are going to be seeking advice this weekend, or you have already been seeking advice about the best ways that you can really mend friendships. I really liked all these. I really did enjoy all of the readings. I really did. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much. We went through all of the signs. All right, I didn't miss any. So thanks again so much for being here. Again, you can catch me every Wednesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go live for the singles on Wednesdays and for your weekend updates on Thursdays to get you right for the weekend in front of you. Radel, no, thank you. I do appreciate you. Thank you, Divine. Thank you so much for everyone who's been here, for everyone who liked the video. All the links to how you can contact me will be in the description box below in a few minutes once we get this uploaded. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good weekend, man. A lot of you having great weekends.